Hello friends, welcome to EC Academy.
In this lecture, let us understand the geometric representation of signal. To understand this concept, let us consider m number of energy signals that can be represented as Si of t is equal to S1 of t, S2 of t, S3 of t, and so on up to Sm of t. Now let us represent this signal in terms of n number of orthonormal basis function. Now let us represent this signal in terms of n number of orthonormal basis function. Therefore, we can represent this as phi j of t is equal to phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, and so on up to phi n of t. We can have a linear relationship between Si of t and Qj of t as Si of t is equal to Si1 phi 1 plus Si2 phi 2 plus and so on up to Sim phi n of t. Now we can write the above equation as Si of t is equal to, since we are having plus sign, we can write the summation of j value ranging from 1 to n Sij phi j of t. Let us call this as equation number 1. Here Sij is coefficient of expansion. We can write Sij as integration of 0 to t Si of t phi j of t dt. Let us take this as equation number 2. Here t represents the duration of symbol Si of t. So capital T represents the duration of symbol Si of t. Here phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, and so on up to phi n of t are orthonormal basis which satisfies the property integration of 0 to t phi I of t into phi j of t dt is equal to 1 for I is equal to j, and it will be 0 for I not equal to j. So if I is equal to j, at that case integration value will be equal to 1, which means the basis function has energy equal to 1 if I is equal to j, or we can say the energy will be equal to unity if I is equal to j. If I is not equal to j, the value is 0. This integration value is 0. Hence we can say the basis function phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, and so on up to phi n of t are orthogonal to each other. Since we are getting the integration value as 0, we can say these terms are orthogonal. So they are orthogonal to each other over the interval of time from 0 to capital T. So to understand this concept, let us consider an example. Here we are taking two-dimensional signal with three symbol which is nothing but three message signals. So here we will take m will be equal to 3 since we are taking 3 symbol, and n is equal to 2 since it is a two-dimensional signal. Since m is equal to 3, we will take S1, S2 and S3 as 3 symbols, and since n is equal to 2, we will take phi 1 and phi 2. Let us use the equation 1 and we can write Si of t is equal to summation of j is equal to 1 to 2, since n is equal to 2, Sij of t phi j of t. So here the value of I will be from 1, 2 and 3. So we can write this equation as Si of t is equal to Si1 of t phi 1 of t plus Si2 of t into phi 2 of t. When I is equal to 1, at that case we will get S1 of t is equal to S11 of t phi 1 of t, S12 of t phi 2 of t, right. So we are taking summation of these two values. So if we take I is equal to 2, we can write S2 of t is equal to S21 of t phi 1 of t plus S22 of t phi 2 of t. If we take I is equal to 3, we can write S3 of t is equal to S31 of t phi 1 of t plus S32 of t phi 2 of t. Now let us represent this two-dimensional signal with three symbols in a space. Here phi 1 and phi 2 are taken as perpendicular. Phi 1 and phi 2 are perpendicular. So phi 1 and phi 2 are perpendicular to each other because they are orthogonal. So this space of phi 1 and phi 2 is known as Euclidean space. So this space between phi 1 and phi 2 is known as Euclidean space. So the figure shows the two-dimensional Euclidean space. So this figure shows the two-dimensional Euclidean space. Now let us see how we can represent this signal in two-dimensional Euclidean space. So here we are having signal S1 of t. So we can write this in the form of vector as S11 and S12. We are having the signal S2 of t. We can write that in the form of vector as S21, S22. So from this equation itself we can write this signal in vector form. And we are having a signal S3. We can write that as in the vector form as S31, S32. For example, let us say these two vector values are 4 and 3, and these two vector values are 3 and minus 2, and these two vector values are minus 1 and 3. Now let us represent these values in Euclidean space. So in this 4 quadrants, we know this is plus plus, this is minus plus, this is minus minus, and this is plus minus. Since S1 is 4, 3, which means in x-axis it will be 4 and y-axis it will be 3. So in x-axis it will be 4 and y-axis it will be 3. So if we take these 2 points, we can write S1 of t from this origin like this with a straight line. So this is S1. Now we are having the value as 3 minus 2. So in x-axis it is 3, in y-axis it is minus 2. So in x-axis it is 3, y-axis it is minus 2. So if we consider these 2 points, so we can write S2 with a straight line like this. So this is S2. Now if we consider minus 1 and 3, in x-axis it is minus 1 and in y-axis it is 3. So if you consider these 2 points, we can write S3 with a straight line like this from the origin. This is S3. So you can write little bit neatly. So using a scale, you can write these lines. So this is how we can represent a 2-dimensional signal with 3 symbol. So this is the geometrical representation of the signal. I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.